Okay, so here's what I saw. I saw this as a key entry point because I used the midline to identify this thing. So there was a leg with a tiny break, but I liked it here at the key entry point. The signal bar was not perfect. But it's a good trade overall. I will give it some space. Let's see if we can hold here. I mean, no brainer here. It was a leg with a break and another leg into a second entry long. Signal bar was not perfect, but it's good enough. I mean, one tick higher and it's a green hammer. So I just drew this channel and I saw the midline. I said, okay, there is another channel. At the beginning, I had it like this. But then I said, okay, let's check the midline. And it happened to be around this area. So yeah, this might be a double top here, so I will not allow it to go far against me. It's a nice little trade. Let's see if we can hold here. Because this could be a double top, I will not allow it to go much further. So it will not be the best trade of the year, but the entry was good. Leg, break, leg, second entry long, key entry point, and yeah. The market is very slow, so I will not allow it to go far against me. So use the midline, guys. In many cases, the midline will allow you to guess the key entry point. So I was actually expecting something to happen here. I really wanted to see a big two-legged pullback. We didn't, but okay. Trading is not perfect. It's a good trade, just, yeah. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay, this. Just like the location, I saw the midline. In many times, guys, just use the midline because the midline will give you a big hint. So you could see that this thing is holding. So it was expected that something will happen here. The market is really slow. I mean, they went like 5 points, like they went 25. Let's see if we can squeeze something here. Yeah, I cannot blame you, Yoav. It was not a very convincing break, but look what I had in real time. I was here.
Stop filled.
Okay, I'm out 5 points. I was here and I drew the midline and I said, okay, this will be a key entry point. And sometimes you just don't get very convincing break. So I don't blame you for not taking it. And the signal bar was not the best looking one. It was just, but guys, with these things, I want you to notice one thing. The difference between this bar and a hammer green bar is just 1 or 2 ticks. So it's good enough. And it's a new low for this channel. Channel, break, and low. It's a new low for the channel. And if this is a key entry point, it's good enough. It's good enough. It would be better if it would be a green one. But to make it green, all we need is just one tiny retail trader to bid it 2 ticks higher. And it will be green. So don't get hysteric with the colors of it. As long as the shape is okay. Yeah. The market is really tired. I mean, they move 1 point and 1 point and 1 point, and it's not a huge uptrend. But again, you see, I'm waiting for my setups so I can get a nice reward. I allowed it to go like 3 points against me, but this trade was 25. It was a 7 points trade. And had you take any trade here, you just don't have enough room. Okay? For deep pullbacks, deep. You want trades around these areas. So you have at least few points to the high. Okay? Okay, so here's what I saw. I saw this range, I saw this two-legged pullback and an equal low here. Almost like a double bottom formation. And then I bought the very deep pullback into the second entry long here. See this? I'm risking like a point, maybe a point and quarter, something like this. So range, again, our setup, time and again, leg, break, leg, equal low. I just dropped a very, very, very cheap limit here. Look at this. Just I'm risking just a little bit more than a point. And I don't know if it will work. The market is low, but okay. I will just move my stop here. So the market doesn't have anything to do around here. So either I can get like 15 points or they will stop me out, but it looks like a range fading. So I will be looking for somewhere here. That's what I saw. They do this trick like time and again, every day. It's amazing. It's just once you learn how to master this, it's a range, no question. Okay, it's a range. Look at the midline here, where my cursor is. Can you see the midline here? Yeah, well, Darko, there is another range here. You see, that's what I saw. I just saw the midline here. And I said, okay, this is another range, and maybe this is, I mean, if you look at it on the big picture, there is another range, but there is always another range. I mean, if you just squeeze your chart, there will be a range from yesterday and maybe the day before. So I saw the midline. I said, okay, this looks like a range, and this is a nice two-legged pullback into a double bottom here. And look how much I risked here. I just dropped the limit. I said, okay, I'm willing to take a risk for a point. This is a point, guys. I entered 17 with 1 point. So even if I get out here, it's 1 to 6, guys. And if it will hit my target, it will be 1 to 15, right? Limit order, cheap limit order, and that's it. I will allow it some room, guys, because, I'm still thinking that this might test the high here. The market is a bit choppy and slow. It's been like this since the open. Today is not a very high volume, fast day. So let's see. I'm gonna go for a dinner now. I will leave it like this, and let's see if it can hit my target. So just stay tuned, and I will let you know how's it going. Dinner is calling, and it's much more important. The market can do one of two things. It will take me out, or it will hit my target. I entered so cheap. Yeah, thanks. So I entered so cheap, so I don't really care. And just make sure that you enter with cheap limits, and that's it. You risk 2 points, 2.5, 1.5, 1 points, and then they cannot beat you. They just can't. The market is really, really slow. So before I go to dinner, again, for those of you who just joined, I saw this range. I liked the midline here, really liked it here. I saw this two-legged pullback. This looks like a double bottom. That does not mean that the market cannot break from here. Of course it can. This could also be a range. We don't know. This could also be a range. But the overall structure looks like the market want to test the high here. So I will allow it some room, and once it's done, I will post a video, one way or the other. So if you are in this trade, just stay cool. Let the market do what the market wants to do. Maybe we can have some failure here. Who knows? There was a second entry short. Look at this. First entry, second entry short. Above this, it will be a failure. If the market wants to fly, above this, we might see some momentum. Let's see. Interesting. Triggered now. Let's see if there is any momentum. Interesting. We might even be forming a new channel here. So I will move my stop now below this failed second entry short. So I'm booking like 5 points or something like this. Maybe even like this. And let's see if these guys can generate some momentum, at least. So when you enter cheap, you risk like so few points that you can take trades even if you are not 100% sure. Because I said to myself, okay, I'm going to drop a limit here with a 1 point stop. If I'm wrong, I will lose 1 point. If I'm right, I will take 15. So what else you want in this business? That's the whole secret. Now, of course, I would never enter with this trigger here because this would be like 4 points. That doesn't make any sense to me because I was not sure about the structure. Even though I saw this range and I said, okay, I'm going to fade it. I just want to see that they are serious. And when I saw this signal bar, I said, this looks like a double bottom. It looks good. I'm not going to enter here. Just deep pullback. Actually, I throw my limit at the beginning here, and then I moved it a bit here. I said, okay, I will be risking only 1 point here. So now my stop is just below this failure. I don't know if it will hold because I see some box here already. Let's see if it can hold. Interesting. Interesting. So just risk 1, 2, 2.5 points and take 6, 7, 8. Take all the time. Take like, you see, this is like almost 10 times my risk. That's everything, guys. I don't have any more secrets to teach you. I didn't know that the market will reverse here, but I said, okay, if this is a range, this is the reversing point. Okay? Because there is a leg with a break and another leg forming a double bottom. If they want to change the direction, this is where they will do it.